Hi everyone, welcome to my birth plan video. Now first off, a little disclaimer, I know every labor and delivery is different. Nothing ever goes according to plan, and these are just preferences I would like to see happening rather than just like demands. And we are going for a home birth, water birth, whatever, a natural birth. But this also contains parts of the hospital just in case we have to go to the hospital. So it's kind of like a very quick summary birth preferences basically. First off, my name, then the general part, because I have like little sections. General part involves like who's there with delivery, which is going to be Rob, and like any medical staff that needs to be, as little as possible preferably. As for communication, I expect every like procedure or anything they're going to do to be discussed with me before they do it, which seems very reasonable, but my actual gynecologist with Logan did not do that, which is really annoying if you go to labor. And it also has a little paragraph that says that I want to be able to take pictures or film during the labor, and if that's not possible, then directly after that, like, and or right after the labor and delivery. The place where I would love to give birth, if that's optional, is at home in a birthing pool, which they already know, and my midwife agrees, as long as everything is great and fine. I can have a home water birth. And then basically my wishes around labor and delivery is that I want as little procedures or things to be done to me, medical interventions done, and that all of them are discussed with me, which is basically the same as the communication part. During the labor phase, I would like to have enough space and opportunity to move around and try the following positions, which is like walking, standing, laying down, birth ball, birthing pool, hands and knees, all fours, stuff like that. Even during continued registration of the baby's heartbeat, which is really hard because I had that with Logan, and basically I was stuck to the machine because every single time I moved, the machine went off because they couldn't, like, because baby's heartbeat wasn't registrating anymore. So hopefully it doesn't come to that. But if not, then that's just the case. To deal with the pain of labor, I would like to try the following methods, such as breathing techniques, relaxing techniques, warm water. The birthing tent is basically that little machine that you hook up to electrodes that you place on wherever you've experienced your contractions, your back, your belly, your legs, whatever. And you basically push a button and the electrodes start to like give you like little shocks, like I don't know how else to explain, like little zings. And what it does is it kind of numbs the pain a little bit because the zips electrodes trigger the process of making more endorphins, and that's why you feel the pain less. With Logan, I used this one as well, and it worked really great until I started having 7 contractions in 10 minutes. Then it stopped working. It just didn't. And I took it off and I found another way to deal with it. And I also want to try hypnobirthing techniques, which is basically just the music and the breathing techniques, and I'm pretty sure that's all fine. I have a little note in here that also states that if I want pain medication, I will ask for it. I don't want to be offered it, because I think this is too much of a temptation at that point. During the pushing phase, I would like to try the following positions, which is squatting, laying down, the birth stool, or the birthing pool. Whenever I am having pushing contractions, I would like to try the J breathing technique, which is part of the hypnobirthing technique, where you don't really push, you just breathe out while bearing down, I guess. I don't know. It's a technique. If you read the book, you know what I'm talking about. Rather than just actually bearing down, like holding your breath, pushing down. And that if the situation allows it, Rob will help the baby be born and will announce a gender, because that seems like, I don't know, maybe that's like romantic or something in my head, that I was like, see Rob like pulling the baby out of water and be like, it's a boy or it's a girl. I just think that's so cute. I don't know why, but I just think that is. For right after the birth, I would like to have at least a minimum of 1 hour skin-to-skin contact, even if we already breastfed, and I would like as little interventions, procedures done during that time so we can establish contact, like bonding, contact. I would not like the umbilical cord to be clamped unless it stopped beating or the placenta is born already. And the first physical exam of my child needs to happen near us, basically. Either Rob or I have to be present. And we would like to take care of our child as much as we can on our own without intervention of a nurse or a midwife. As for The feedings, I would like to be able to breastfeed my child within the hour after birth. And I would like for my baby to find the nipple itself. I just want to lay the baby on there and like help him or her find my nipple. Because that seems to be one of those key moments that they really click on how to latch on as well. So the last part of my birth plan goes over the C-section preferences, which is I would prefer to have an epidural over complete anesthesia, which obviously depends on the emergency of the C-section, but okay. If I'm having an epidural, I would like to see the baby be born, so I want the curtain to be lowered at that point, and I would like to spend again the hour skin-to-skin contact and breastfeeding and everything, and just to be with my baby on my own, like, and with Rob obviously, but I don't want the baby to be taken away from me, which is optional in our hospital. They call it a cuddle C-section. Yes, I'm quoting it because I think it's a funny name. Basically, they just let you have the baby and they'll like stitch you up and they'll take you to the recovery room all while you still have your baby. And that's obviously as long as you're medically seen okay, you're not like low blood pressure, bleeding a ton or whatever. If you just have a very normal C-section, like uneventful C-section, then that's what I'll do for you. If I can't have the epidural and I have to go into full anesthesia issues, then I would like Rob to have the opportunity for skin-to-skin contact. He will be with the baby at all times. He will make all the decisions for the baby and for me, if that's necessary. And even in case of complications, I would love to be able to breastfeed my child as soon as possible. And no, the baby will not be fed formula or anything like that. That's basically our entire birth plan in a nutshell. With Logan, I made a birth plan that was like 4 times more detailed than this. And I can guarantee you maybe 5% of that happened. Everything else was like shot out of the window because there were like way too many things going on. And basically I had a doctor that really didn't care about my birth plan. Like he didn't care about it at all. He didn't even bother to read it. So that's why I didn't make it that in-depth this time around. I just want like my preferences to be known. And obviously if anything happens that makes it that my preferences can happen, I'll just have whatever is healthy and necessary for us. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any questions, then leave those in the comments down below. If you like this video, thumbs it up and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!